Blog Talk Radio.
Balboa in Rocky IV. He beat the Russian. He won the fight. But when it was all over, when it was all said and done, I can't stop my hands from shaking. Yeah, he got beat retarded for a little while there. They would explain it years later as he had suffered a massive concussion from the jackhammer-like punches from Ivan Drago. But nonetheless, I feel like Rocky Balboa in Rocky IV because I beat cancer, but I can't stop my hands from shaking. And what I mean by that is, I'm lucky I'm even on this show tonight. I'm feeling a little queasy. I'm feeling a little uneasy. I'm feeling a little upsetty in the stomach.
Easy?
And I just want to go, and I'm feeling a little wheezy. Hey. Beans don't burn
your old pal.
The beans don't burn on the grill. In any case, indeed. So yeah, I beat the big Russian, but it wasn't without its cost. So you're lucky you have me tonight. That's all I'm saying. This is the Metal Hammer of Doom. I am your host, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I beat cancer. How about that shit? Mr. Mark Radulich. And tonight, we are reviewing Goatwhore, Vengeful Ascension.
Goatwhore?
Goatwhore. Ronnie Adams' favorite band. We got a full boat of people tonight. We got Robert Cooper, the Metal Coop. How do you do, sir?
I feel like Rocky after Rocky won. I got my ass whipped and lost.
Okay. More on that in a moment.
Fucking Lowe's, man. Working solo for like 6 hours. Whew.
Were you pumping for the man? All right, in our third
pretty
chair.
Much.
Our third
let's see.
chair.
Let's see how awkward we can make this intro. Let's just try and just. Okay.
Did I not just say I want to go to bed?
You have the floor, sir.
Our third chair we reserve for a man who needs to get his education. The host of source material in his own right, the disapproving dad, Jesse Starcher. How do you do, sir?
Oh, my goodness. Mark Radulich, that is some tremendous news. Can we, hashtag no mo chemo? Is that right? You won't have to deal with any of that shit anymore, right, with the chemo?
For the time being, I mean, nothing. Tomorrow isn't promised to anybody, but for the time being, I don't have to do any chemo.
Hashtag no mo chemo.
No mo chemo.
Put it out there.
Yeah.
That's good news, man. I'm so glad to hear it. I can't.
Thank you.
Yes, I know you got. Well, we're going to talk about it at some point, but
Yeah.
it was that's some scary shit when you get the diagnosis. And buddy, look at where you're fucking at right now. You're at a point where somebody looked you in the face today and said you do not have cancer. That's great.
That's not what
shit.
fucking happened, dude. My doctor buried the lead on this. No. I went in there and he's just like with his Bond villain voice. He's like, "Have I talked to you yet about bone marrow transplants?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck? What? No.
What?
You didn't talk to me about no. You didn't talk to me about no bone marrow transplants." He was like, "Oh, well, you don't have cancer anymore, but it could come back. So I think you should do this." And I'm like, "Wait, go back to the part where I don't have cancer."
Can we have the party first? Yes, and then we'll talk about. Jeez, wow.
What?
Well, damn. That is some. That's not good. That's not good. And it's not good the doctor handled it like that.
I talked to my wife. I had my wife actually on the phone call when he was talking, and even she was just like, "Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, stop burying the lead."
I think my exact words were, "So there is no more cancer, right?"
Yeah, it was like, he's like, "Oh, yeah, you don't have cancer, but let's do this other extensive procedure."
Let's talk about more money.
Yeah, more money.
No problem.
All right.
Mo money, no chemo, though.
That's right. Hashtag.
All right, so nobody came here to hear any of this shit. Nobody cares.
He really needs to make sure he's not an MC. He's like, "Yeah, man, how about you check out our Instagram? Put the chicks on stage." Oh, yeah. This is Candace.
All right, we're talking about black metal from New Orleans. New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen, Goatwhore, as featured on the show Treme on HBO. A little back in the day information there for you. Jesse Starcher, I believe Robert and I reviewed at least one Goatwhore album previously. Do you remember any of that?
I fucking do not, man. I did not know you guys covered these guys before. So
I did.
Wow. Very interesting.
I was there.
You were. It's good you remember then. Yeah. So aside from the fact that I don't remember that review, this is again the first time I've ever even sat down and listened to these guys. It's one of those. Oh my gosh! Look at the title of this band right here, and I'm never going to listen to anything like this, or never going to listen to anything that's by somebody who titles their band Goatwhore. The name's so nice, Mark Radulich has got to say it twice.
No, you're never going to get it. Not this time. No, you're never going to get it.
In vogue, baby.
Sorry. All right. So, yeah, we previously reviewed 2014's release, Constricting Rage of the Merciless. Tonight is Vengeful Ascension. Robert Cooper, give me 50 words or less. What do you know about Goatwhore?
Goatwhore? Somebody's got to keep your joke running.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm here for you, sir. I'm here for you. Yeah, fucking Goatwhore, good old New Orleans, black and thrash metal. They've been around for quite a while. They're one of those bands that I always see is really consistent, like an AC/DC, a Motorhead, like an Immortal. They're not one of those bands that go like super duper experimental, but they always fucking kill, and they always sound just exactly how you think. Even though this album does have a little bit of different stuff. We get a little bit more doom-laden things, yes. So yeah, I mean, fucking awesome band, great name, fun meme. Goatwhore.
All right, here we go. I've listened to this album a couple of times. It's great. I'm going to enjoy breaking it down for everyone tonight. This is track 1. This is Forsaken.
Everybody
about a minute and 30 seconds of that. Cooper, what'd you think of that first track?
I thought that drum intro was kind of odd, not going to lie. Mainly because it just kind of reminded me of certain, like, more poppy songs that just kind of popped into my head for some odd reason. But otherwise, it really picked up after that into something I feel like is kind of like, you know, one of those, like, quintessential Goatwhore. Like, this is Goatwhore, this is how we started an album, fucking rock. Like, that is very much how I saw that song.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a shovel, I dug it.
Boom.
Or
Still got it.
I should say a hole. Oops. A hole with a shovel.
Well, I can tell you right now that what we got with this first song, it seemed to be starting out. I won't talk about the drum. The drums did kind of seem a little odd, considering. I say odd. I mean, I've never heard anything from this band before, but I didn't know what I was getting into. But as soon as the rest of the song started, I felt like, okay, this is what I was expecting. The frantic guitaring, the almost, you know, shrieky vocals. There's some shriekiness out there. These guys definitely don't take it to that level, but it's there. So, you know, I had my reservations and my expectations of what I was going to get, and I thought with Forsaken here, that kind of fit the bill for me. What I thought was definitely going to be on the menu. It's interesting, though, that you say, Coop, because we could talk about this as we go through the album, but a lot of the reviews, that's the best way I could figure out to try and gauge the reception of this album. That a lot of the reviews that I looked at said that this wasn't a complete departure from what they've had in their catalog in the past. These guys have been around since, they said, for 20 years. But it definitely felt like a bit of, I think they used the word, they didn't want to say retooling. It was more like a refining of Goatwhore. So now I'll take that for what you will, because again, I don't have anything to base this off of previous to this album. So as we go, Coop, you please tell me if any of these songs that we listen to feel like a departure from what we normally have heard in the past.
All right,
I will do
two.
so.
This is
as the keeper of the keys. How many keys though? Are there 7?
Try that again. Track 2, Under the Flesh, Into the Soul. Dig that one. I like it's got kind of a gallop to it. It's got some different time changes. That was a very interesting song. I really dug it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Coop.
I was going to say, a lot of this album, I've noticed all the tracks kind of sit at 4 minutes, like almost uniformly, which is very interesting. But overall, I looked at it, and I kind of agree with Mark's analysis on that. I mean, there were overall key changes. It just kind of kept the general aggression that I come to expect of the band, and I really love the vocals. I don't have the band in front of me because I stepped on my laptop, so like that screen is dying.
It's a laptop, not a step-top. Oh, man, bad jokes all around.
Oh, wow.
Another round over here.
You made jokes. I like them. That was a good one there, buddy. Now, fortunately, this isn't like when I cracked my. I think what did I punched my netbook once because I got pissed off, and then the screen just was like. I was like, "What? You mean this laptop screen couldn't handle that?" Because I'm stupid. But fortunately, with this laptop, I can plug it up to my TV and watch wrestling because I'm on night fucking 12 of the New Japan G1 Climax.
Still making your way through.
Dude, fortunately, I think we stopped at night 14 or something. I think, no, it's like 15 or something. I've got another, like, fucking 4 more shows before I'm caught up. But fortunately, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is like, those are the 3, like, real big, like, semifinals and final shows. So, I can make it. I'm hyped.
He's hyped,
right.
folks. He's hyped. Hold on now. Let me just say, Under the Flesh, whatever the rest of that name of that song was, I absolutely all of a sudden turned a page and gave this album a chance.
Turn the page.
I didn't go Bob Seger, but I was excited to be like, oh, okay, now these guys are sounding good. This song, you could tell had a little bit of some groove and no franticality, which, by the way, is not a word according to my spell check here, but that's all right. I'm using it. It seemed to be a lot more, just like you said, the time changes. We're not blazing guitars here. We're throwing some groove in your face. I was like, okay, song 2's got me. Now all of a sudden I'm like, I might dig Goatwhore. Let's see what the rest of the album sounds like.
Good old Goatwhore.
All right. This is our title track. This is track 3. This is Vengeful Ascension. It's a little slower pace, that one, but still pretty good. Definitely very heavy. Kind of a doom feel.
Coop?
No, okay, because I figured I talked first the first 2 times. I'm like, I'll let Jesse go this time.
I'm trying to stick with a pattern, damn it. The show's done hell to shit within a minute.
I don't have the energy
I feel like
to
it
call
worked.
on people. I don't have the energy to call on people. Just fucking talk.
Mark's like, no names tonight,
good.
baby.
Well,
no names.
Don't worry. You don't have to call on me for me to run my mouth. So yeah, title track. It's kind of doomy. I really feel like even though their style is like slightly different, instead of being just balls to the fucking wall, like we get a little more doom. I really feel like it still feels like home for Goatwhore, at least for me. Because I love me some Goatwhore. It's a good band. Good band.
Good band.
Not one to bring home to the mother, but you know what? It's still a good time.
Yeah, this one was kind of, I wasn't digging this one. It wasn't anything that grabbed me. It made me go, oh, okay, Vengeful Ascension, with it being the title track. Now, the thing is that I unfortunately did not have the chance to dive into some lyrical goodness as I should have. Just from what I've read, though, it sounds like some of the concepts of a lot of these songs are pretty deep. I'll just go ahead and give you real quick what they said. Let me. Well, maybe not, because I thought I had my notes here. But regardless, there seemed to be some deeper elements of each one of these songs in regards to, just from what off the top of my head, it was like they're reaching for like the battle between good and evil. I know that this particular song they referenced, or the album itself, Vengeful Ascension referenced like if you were at the bottom of the barrel and you were waiting and just itching to make your way to the top and doing your best to get there, you made what they, you would call a Vengeful Ascension. So that was one. I can't remember which one of the band members broke that down for me, but anyway, yeah. This one, unfortunately though, goes off my radar. It's like, okay, we're kind of falling back into I'm not so sure territory.
Jeez,
all right.
Make up your mind, you bum.
It's the album. It's not my fault, damn it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I smell excuses.
Smell them.
Okay.
Mark is not going to make it through this podcast.
Dude, I have nearly fallen asleep twice.
Oh, God.
I'm trying,
dude.
man. I'm pushing through.
Oh.
I'm pushing it, baby. Push it. Ooh, baby.
All right,
baby.
all right.
Coast to victory, Mark. Coast to victory.
You can see it. You can see we're almost to the halfway point, Mark. Almost.
I can do this. I beat cancer. I can beat Goatwhore. All right, this is Chaos Arcane, track 4. So, I went to my parents' house to go swimming, and they didn't have an extra bathing suit for me, so I tried to borrow my dad's shorts. And it turns out it was actually one of my old pairs of shorts. And as soon as I bent down to go sit in the car to drive over to where the pool is, I broke through the ass. I broke the ass out of those. I broke the ass out of those pants. And then I was trying to subtly go swimming with these, with my ass hanging out of these shorts.
Was the inner lining still there? The inner lining was still there, right?
Oh no,
his ass, I hope.
These were gym shorts, sir.
Oh boy, like one ass cheek hanging out while you're doing laps around the pool. Oh man,
right at the it was right at the butthole.
What a few farts like that.
Oh my gosh.
I was going to say one ass cheek went west, one ass cheek went east.
Oh no!
It's so funny.
Oh no, the station was open.
Oh my gosh. I just saw a meme yesterday on Facebook. This person puts on these shorts. I don't know if this is one of our mutual friends that showed it or what, but anyway, the meme was this person puts on these shorts and it says, "Look out, world, I've got shorts on." And then the person sits down and all of a sudden it says, "Thigh spread 100." And their thighs spread all over the place. Now I got ass cheek spread in my head. Thanks, Mark Radulich. Thank you very much, sir.
Spread. What I like to put on my sandwiches.
Out of my pants. I broke the ass out of my pants.
Oh,
all right, so
man.
that was a pretty good track. What did you think of it, Robert?
You can take the ass out of the pants. You can never take the pants out of the ass.
Great. What did you think of it?
I thought it was a good track. Killer fucking solos. It was pretty fun. As for my week, had a hot date where I have a second hot date next week with the same girl.
Good for you.
Because she kissed me.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't tell her how many cats. I didn't tell her how many cats I had.
Smart.
The kisses will stop now. Just make sure to keep that from.
Just don't
keep that
bring
under
up
wraps.
the fucking cat.
Yeah.
Don't bring up your stupid cat obsession.
Eventually, I think she's gonna put 2 and 2 together.
No, dude. All you gotta do is go take her home and be like, "Where the fuck these cats come from? Holy shit!"
You don't reveal your super weirdness until after they've committed to you. Okay, wait until she's committed to you and she's like, "Oh, this is the guy." Before you start, shooting your cat launcher at her.
Oh, come on, Paul. Who names their cat Paul?
That's Paul.
Yeah, I think she's a little weird too, so it's totally okay.
Name.
Oh boy,
that's the weirdest name for a cat. Because it was a good date though. We I don't know, we fucking went to a nice diner. And then fucking went to Barnes & Noble, and then just talked in the car.
Did you take her to
You
take her to the paperback anime? Shit.
The manga?
Thank you. Jeez.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Wow, cool manga." I'm like, "Oh, you like reading it?" She goes, "Well, no, but you're looking at it." So I felt like I should sound excited. I'm like, "Well, don't feign it, then it's just gonna sound." I was like, Don't have to fake enthusiasm. Just sound interested.
Man.
Jeez.
Mark, are you glad that me and you are not on a dating scene right now? I mean, I haven't had to worry about that shit for 20 years, but man, I'd be absolutely fucked.
You have, I have work girlfriends, but yes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
glad
we all know about your strange at work there, Mark Radlich.
Yeah, she's got like girlfriends everywhere. He is the Mac Daddy. I tell you what.
Daddy Mac.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but I took her to the DVD section, and that's where I spent $100, so it's okay.
I got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby.
All right.
Don't come with me Friday. Don't say maybe. I got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden.
I have no fucking idea what you're referencing. No clue.
Oh yeah, I heard that song and I'm like, don't you fucking reference Iron Maiden, you bitch.
Teenage dirtbag. I got 2 tickets
to Iron Maiden, baby.
All right.
I was doing karaoke and somebody was singing that.
Oh boy! I just know that's what I picture now when you're on these dates. You're just in there with jeans on and in a heavy metal T-shirt, and you're like, turn to the girl and you're going,
I got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday. Don't say maybe.
Oh boy!
See, actually, on like the first date, I'll wear like a nice button-up shirt and some good khaki shorts. It's not until about date number 2, and not until I get to know them that I'm like, hello there, girls. Do you like suffocation? I do.
I can see where that could be taken. Do you like suffocation? Oh, my, he's a murderer. All right, track 5. Where
in the sheets.
Speaking of murdering, where the sun is silent. that had kind of a serpentine feel to it. I actually recently rewatched the Max Landis Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but when he's talking about Randy Orton at one point, and he's just like, and so Randy Orton's like a snake guy. He's like, I'm a fucking snake. That's what that kind of reminded me of.
Coop.
I'm a fucking snake.
Coop, I'm going to read
I thought it would
you.
be like, I'm a fucking boar.
Boo.
That's accurate, Randy Orton right there.
Yeah, God.
Let me read you real quick, Coop. I'm going to read you a review of that. A snippet of a review specifically about that song. You tell me if it seems accurate or not, and then you could go in there with your own analysis of Where the Sun is Silent. It states, from Metal Injection, it expands the band's repertoire with a blackened doom showcase that offers a moody respite at the dead center of an often ferocious 41 minutes. What do you think?
I could dig that.
I actually thought it was less moody than the previous albums, that particular track.
Really?
Yeah, I thought like the one track that you didn't dig, I thought that was more, if we're going to use the same term, moody. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
No, I feel you there.
I've also been fighting sleep this whole time.
Yes, you have.
The band?
No.
Holy Mountain is a great album.
It's a good band.
Holy Diver.
You've been gone too long in the midnight sea. I think next time I do karaoke, I'm doing Holy Diver. Or should I do Rainbow in the Dark?
There has to be some type of a condition that Mark suffers from called the sleepy sings. Because it just, as soon as he starts to get tired, the only way that he can keep himself awake is just to start singing random shit. And that has happened on quite a few podcasts. And then,
I mean, he is a teenage dirtbag, baby.
That's true.
I got
That's
you
true.
tickets to Iron Maiden, baby.
You can't blame me for that one.
You sound like you're sitting outside of a daycare trying to woo young mothers.
Ugh. All right, track 6. Drowned.
That's what they sound like.
Drowned in Grim Rebirth. Dug that one.
I'm a solid meh.
Meh.
Yeah, it's more. It's fine. It's more like it's fine. There's some more shriekiness and a few more growlies, but yeah.
A few more growlies.
What did you think? What did you think there, Robert?
You know, I like the shriekies and the growlies. That's my favorite part, Daddy, the shriekies and the growlies. I enjoy the.
Man.
I do enjoy the shriekies and the growlies, though. I mean, I like the song. There's not really a song on this album that I could look at and go like, I didn't like that. Even the ones that I kind of felt were more of the same still work pretty well, if you ask me. And since you're asking me. Yeah.
We are asking you.
We are asking.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, I like the song. I didn't think it really set the world on fire, but I felt like it was a good continuation of what we got going on. I think we've got a lot of good things going on in this album to where there's enough differentiation in the there's a good word right there.
That's a good one.
Majors, yeah.
It's an actual word too. You've got one on me already.
All those education majors are probably shitting their jeans right now. Like,
all right, track 7. We are getting to the end of this thing. There's hope on the horizon here. Track 7,
Teenage Dirtbag.
Abandoned Indoctrination. That one. That one had a pretty nice gallop to it. It's pretty cool.
It's a headbanger.
Oh, okay. So I thought we were doing this thing where we just go in an order, and then you just like.
I screwed it all up. I screw it all up. I'm a bastard.
Soiled it.
All I got to say about that one is it's definitely a headbanger. And a lot of people believe that the latter part of this album is where it gets really good. I can see that because it kind of seems like this song feels. You mentioned differentiation. Now, if that's a word, I don't know. But I just said it was earlier. But
it is.
You mentioned that, and I totally understand where you're coming from when you say that, because a lot of these songs, some of these songs are definitely different from the others. You can tell, and this has the shrieky vocals, but it feels like it's kind of slowing it down just a little bit. Let me real quick. I wanted to get this in before you go on, Coop, because I definitely don't want to screw up our rhythm again for the 20th time tonight. The quote that I was talking about, and this is kind of interesting because we talk a lot about positive metal on here. So I'm going to read this quote here. It says, so the whole idea of a vengeful ascension is built on being at the bottom, working your way to the top, and realizing along the way that there's other facets to the journey aside from just pure retribution. Within negativity, there can exist a positive angle as well. I think that was from their vocalist, if I could pronounce his last name, I want to say Falgust. Does that sound right?
They're a bunch of fucking Louisianians, so who knows?
But anyway, I just wanted to piggyback off what you said there, and I'll turn it over to you, sir. This was Abandoned Indoctrination. What do you think, man?
I think that we are all white, so we don't really have a rhythm anyways, so it's going to be okay.
All right.
What the hell?
I can agree with that.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Track 8. Mankind will have no mercy.
No mercy.
Motherfucking badass. That's my favorite song off the album. I just added it to the MHOD 2017 playlist. That fucking song kicks ass.
Yes. I absolutely 100% agree. Now I've sent you guys a message earlier today, and I said, this song is good. It's probably my favorite off the album, but it sounds like something I've heard before. And not until I started reading reviews tonight did I finally figure it out, like within 15 minutes before this podcast started. So I'll play the beginning, like the first 10 seconds of this song, if you would, and then play the first 10 seconds of the other one I uploaded, if you would, just
I can see a little bit of a similarity.
Now, here's the thing, okay? I am not posting that as, to show you like, oh, these guys ripped off this other band. The only reason this clicked was because Goatwhore stated that this was a tribute to the only bolt thrower. Not Boat Thrower, that's another band. Bolt Thrower. And then it hit me. I used Anti-Tank in the source material on Sergeant Rock, and I knew I heard it before, and sure enough, they said in a press release that yes, this song is a tribute to Bolt Thrower. So, Coop? Yep.
Bolt
I agree.
Thrower. Did somebody say Bolt Thrower? You know, that song did kind of remind me of that song by Goatwhore. Yeah, I mean that was pretty cool. But you know what? I mean, if you're gonna give a tribute to somebody and kind of borrow a riff, I'm not gonna say stole it because they even said like, yeah, guys, we use that.
Mhm.
Because we love them. Like do it with Bolt Thrower. I mean, they are R.I.P. May they rest in peace. There you go. I mean, not that bad. Not too bad a thing,
All right.
Fucking loved it, though. Like, this song was like fucking flickering flames at your anus while you tried to take a dump in the dark.
That's very descriptive.
It is.
Decayed, Omen, Reborn. These are some wonderful All right, that one's not so bad. A little slower than some of the other ones, but it's pretty good.
Coop.
Okay, I'll go. I mean, yeah, pretty fucking cool song. Sorry, we're almost there, Mark. We're almost there.
Don't get his hopes up. You might fall asleep instantly.
Oh no, I mean we're not. It's not typo negative.
I seriously just changed it from 90 minutes to 60 minutes. Let's do this.
It's happening.
Damn. Like he pretty much just like I could get off of work early. Oh boy, extra sleep time. Yeah,
I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy.
God, Hi, so sleepy. I am so dad. Yeah, we had our inventory team do that because it's good to do inventory in August when you could take 15 people off the floor and fuck everybody that's working that week. Why do I say that? Because we had somebody being like, "Oh, we're supposed to get off at 3. I'm making plans." Yeah, they didn't get off till like 6. Yay, 12-hour work days for them.
Damn it.
But anywho, yeah,
right.
Fucking good song. Really dug it.
Jesse?
It was definitely slower. I didn't think it was too bad. Proceed.
All right, last one. Woo! Track 10.
Titties are showing.
Those who denied God's will. All right, pretty strong finish from Goatwhore there. I'm going to go ahead and give my overall. My overall is, it's everything you've come to expect from Goatwhore and a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and give this an A. An A. Coop?
Oh, boy. That's me. I'm the Coop. So, yeah, final track really, again, I agree with the mock Radlich. I felt like it was pretty strong and enjoyable, and I dug it. As for the album by Goatwhore, I felt like this was a really solid album. One that I plan on revisiting throughout the, definitely, I'd say throughout the year, maybe once or twice. I really feel like there's a lot of room to grow on it, and it's a really, really solid album, really fun. If I were to rate it, I'd give it a 3.5 stars, I wouldn't say it was perfect. I felt like they've done some better work, but really, I mean, they did a really solid job, and I think this one's a grower.
All right. That's a good review right there, ladies and gentlemen. I start with this all too common cliche, do not judge a book by its cover. I'm guilty of seeing a band called Goatwhore and assuming the sound and songs were just as offensive as they intended their name to be. I will tell you that is a trap, and you don't want to walk yourself into it. While they aren't going to make too many playlists, it's a trap. I'm not going to make too many playlists in my immediate future. I am personally pleased that I had the chance and the opportunity to listen to them and with my buddies here on the Metal Hammer of Doom and experience their sound. And as a whole, the album's decent. It's not what I would consider spectacular in any fashion. There are a couple songs that I was impressed with. The aforementioned Mankind Will Have No Mercy is a representation of what I would love to hear more from with Goatwhore. Many of the reviews I've read has been somewhat apologetic, not like completely damning these guys, but definitely bringing up, things that they saw wrong or different. I guess I should say different from what previous albums had brought about. So you just had the opportunity to listen to a good bit of the album. You make your own decision in regards to that. So there's some criticism on the production of the album itself. But, hey, I wasn't too familiar with the catalog prior to, so I can't say that this album is horrible in any way. It easily, in my opinion, gets a thumbs up just because I didn't hate it, and there were a couple good gems on it. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
All right. That brings us to the end of our show. I'm going to do a really quick plug, and then we're going to get out of here. Next week, we're doing Accept, which I believe the album is Total Chaos. See if I'm right about that. The Rise of Chaos. I was close. We'll also only 2 live shows next week. We have the Damn You Hollywood Summer Wrap-Up, and then here on the Metal Hammer of Doom, Accept, the Rise of Chaos. The week after that, KMFDM, Hell Yeah. And then the week after that is The Haunted, Strength in Numbers, and that'll take us into September.
In September.
All right. Keep your plugs to 50 words or less. Go, Jesse.
All right, folks, give that Rattleitch Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. I look forward to the rise of Chronic. Wasn't Chronic part of the tag team that Chaos, or wasn't that the tag team Chaos was a part of? No?
Sure.
Okay.
Chaos.
Well, who was it? It was Chaos and somebody else in Chronic, wasn't it?
It was Brian Adams and Brian Clark. That's all you need to know.
Well, who was Chaos? Chaos was somebody. He was a wrestler once.
Well, Chaos is a stable in New Japan, but
no, not going there. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow Mark Rattledge at ZZZZZ at Twitter and
sleepy time for Rattledge.
hashtag no mo chemo. I'm out of here.
All right, 50 words or less, Cooper, go.
Ooh, I got extra plugs this time. Okay, so there's this podcast. It exists. I like it. I'm on it, and I'm dedicated to it. What? I managed to stay awake, too. You know what? Now that I'm awake, I can watch night 13 of the G1. Yes! Find it at njpwworld.com. It's going to be such a good fucking weekend. Oh, it's going to be awesome. Because the 2 semifinals and then the finals are going to be this weekend. What? Anywho, Center Rider Podcast, your home for all things Tokusatsu at SENTAIRIDER Podcast on Facebook. Even though we haven't done anything in 2.5 years, keep liking the page. People do. W2Mnet.com, my buddy Sean Garmer. He hosts some of our podcasts. We host some of his on Spreaker. His are on Spreaker. Ours are on Blog Talk Radio. I occasionally write some wrestling articles to contribute some video game stuff, once every 6 months. Yeah, it's good stuff. And finally, ScrapingTheBottom.com. My buddy Kevin Merrill, you may remember him from the Three Beards. He, our co-host Fletcher from the Three Beards, their friend Jeff the Asshole, and Howie the Black Guy. It is just all 5 of us sitting around and shooting the shit. Imagine me on a podcast that is about shooting the shit. I'm just saying.
Tomorrow you're actually, more importantly, tomorrow you're on TV Party Tonight, Voltron Season 3, all 7 episodes.
That's right. I've got 4 episodes. I'm halfway through it. So it'll be done, no worries. I've really been impressed though. I like that I like what they're doing with Lotor. It's good. It's good stuff. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Scraping the Bottom. I'm going to be on this week's and next week's episode. That first episode, we go from talking about female representation and stuff and black women to me probably going to get some of my jokes bleeped out because the Holocaust isn't funny.
Oh boy.
And Clamato.
That's a callback.
Oh yes. I threw out the Clamato bomb every once in a while when I felt like I'm no, pay no attention, Clamato.
Nice. All right, folks.
That's it.
This has been an abbreviated episode of the Metal Hammer of Doom because I'm Sleepy Time Rattledge. For Robert Cooper and Jesse Starcher, tune in next week. Be well, be safe, and behave.